Hey guys, it's Laurel. Today is Saturday, August 1st of August, and this is FLOSSTUBE number 75. So welcome back, or welcome to my channel. I'm glad you're here. I've had a fun couple weeks, and I'm super excited to talk to you about it today. I do have my fan on because I just got out of the shower, and I'm about to have a heat stroke. But that's just personal problems for me. But anyway, I'm glad you're here. So I do not have any finishes today, which I know will not shock anybody, but I do have a lot of things that I've been working on, and I have a couple new kind of stitch along things that I want to talk about that I'm super excited about. If you hear some random noise, we have my daughter's dog, so she wanted to come in and participate in filming today. So she's down here on the floor, and hopefully she will be nice and quiet, and you'll think I was lying about having a dog in here. Okay, and I do have a giveaway at the end of the video, and I have the winner from the last video. Let's start with, what do I want to start with? Let's start with what I've been working on. Some of these things I started just this past weekend. I went on a friend's retreat that was the best time ever. This is a great group of ladies. This is the second time we've done this get together. It was just as fun as the first time. It's very inspiring and motivating to be around such creative people. And I really feel just inspired when I come back. At this retreat, there was cross stitching, there was quilting, there was crochet, there was finishing, there was a lot of hexie piecing going on, just all the things that I love, and not all the people I love, but I loved all the people there. It would be great if I could get all my stitchy friends together and my stitchy family and have them in the same place, but I think we couldn't find a place big enough because y'all are just fantastic. So my roommate at the retreat was Stitch and Jim. I love Jim. We have talked back and forth. We've Zoomed. Words are not happening today. We've Zoomed together, but this is the first time I've met Jim in person. So a couple things about Jim, if you watch her, that you don't know. Well, you do know she's hilarious because she really is. She is extremely intelligent. She, bless her heart, was kind of our tech person through the whole weekend because my kids weren't there to babysit me and my lack of technical skills, but Jim was there. Jim is taller than I thought Jim would be, and she is beautiful on her videos and through the screen, but she is an absolutely beautiful lady, and just loved spending time with her this weekend. And Jim, I miss you so much already. So Jim was my roommate. All that to say, Jim was my roommate, and we decided to do a roommate stitch. We both had this chart, friends, and I had messaged her and I said, why don't we do that piece that I know we both have that has the lady with the yellow dress? She doesn't have a yellow dress, but she will in this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to not do the little girl. We're going to flip-flop this girl, and Jim is going to be in a yellow dress, and I'm going to be in a brown dress because she loves yellow, I love brown. So we're going to make this a little bit adapted for us. So I just got a little start on it. I am using the called for fabric, which I don't know what it is. I just brought the cover in, but this is where I am so far. And I think Jim, she did the heart, and she may have finished a whole bird. I don't know. She got further than what I did on this, but it was a lot of fun. And I've been wanting to stitch this for a while, so I'm very excited to have that done. It's not very big. It is, I don't know if it says on this one or not, 90 by 90. So that's not super big, but lots of fun and a good memory to have started this at the retreat with her. Also at the retreat, our friend Jan didn't get to come. She was gonna be our other roommate, but she got sick, and we were all just heartbroken because Jan is just good people. She is Hoop It Up with Jan on FLOSSTUBE. If you don't watch her, I don't know why, you should. But Jim and Jan had picked out this chart to stitch together as a roommate stitch. Claire Applewood Sampler by Sub Rosa. And I jumped right on in on that. Beautiful, beautiful chart. So Jan still did stitch this with me and Jim. She was just at home when she stitched it, but it's okay because we all started it together. I am stitching mine on a piece of 36 count Vanilla Latte by Be Stitch Me. Jim gifted me some linen because she's fantastic, and this was one of the pieces. And she also gifted me this beautiful, beautiful red silk to stitch this with. Love this, love this. Jim is stitching hers on, I don't know, 40 or 46. And I'm sure, obviously, she'll show this in her next video, but, oh, lovely. And again, I love this because I started this with my friends, and I am just, every time I get it out, I'll think of them. And I think that stitching has a lot of memories in it, and a lot of good things come from our stitching time. And I'll talk about that a little bit more later in the video for something special that I want to do. Last year when we were at this retreat, we all had a section of a chart that we were going to stitch together. I still haven't stitched mine because I wanted to do the whole piece. But this time we did the same thing. Krista, the Wildflower Stitcher, she suggested this chart. It is, I think, exclusive to the Silver Needle Scarlet House, which I love the Scarlet House. Just love her. I would love to meet her someday. But I got this in the Silver Needle, a little help from our friend Stitching Circle. I've been in this club for a couple years, and I really like it. When I got this, I wanted to start it right away, but did I? No, for whatever reason, squirrels and whatnot. But when she said, let's do this, I was like, oh, I would love to do that. So you will see this in a lot of videos if you haven't already seen. I'm stitching mine on the called for fabric, which is 36 count 10 roof. I do intend to finish mine as the pillow that was on the cover. Sorry for the wrinkles. You know, travel, airplanes, cramming everything in a bag. But I love how that flower pops on this linen. It's so, so pretty. So pretty. So, excited, again, to have a start on this because it would still be sitting there in my pile just like this other one, not finished. But now it has a start and a memory with it. I want to, let me just show you one more thing from the retreat. I'm not going to talk a lot about the retreat. If you go to Prairie Stitcher 515 or the Wildflower Stitcher, they both already have, we made a video together. It was the best time. I had so much fun doing that. I mean, the whole weekend was just full of laughter and friendship and hugs and stitching and talking and just fabulousness. But it's all talked about in the video. All of anybody that was there has a copy of the video, so you will probably see it on several FLOSSTUBE channels. I know those two are already listed. The Sable Stitchers, I think they maybe listed it in their drop down, a link to it, but it was just great. And you should go watch the video. You will see a lot of familiar faces, and it was just a lot of fun, a lot of fun. But while we were there, we had a smalls exchange. And this is my smalls exchange gift. I'm not going to show you. We have wonderful table gifts, and there were games and prizes from that, and just so much stuff. I mean, it would take all day to show you, but I know that several people have shared a lot of the stuff in their video, so I'm not gonna like re-show it, but the Smalls Exchange, I got this piece. Look at this. That stitching is so good. This was stitched by Roberta from the Sable Stitchers. I know you know who her and Lenny are. They sat kind of catty corner for me at the table next to us. So we got to chat quite a bit. And I mean, I chatted a lot with everybody. I was just a blabber talker, but, and then she labeled it on the back as Friends Retreat 2026. And she had a nice little card with it, and I treasure this. I really, really do. Roberta is a phenomenal stitcher, and I was so tickled to have something from her. Roberta and Jan and I have a SAL that's been ongoing since last year's Friends Retreat. Jan, of course, is finished because Jan is great and she's very fast. And Roberta has more done than me. So once again, I'm at the end of a SAL, bringing up the rear, but we're all used to that. It's fine. It's all about the good time and the memories. But I do need to pull that piece back out. It is a Blackbird piece. It is Humming of the Bees, and Roberta did show it on their last video. It's beautiful. It is truly a beautiful piece. So then I also had a couple other pieces that I worked on. I haven't had a lot of time for stitching, but I have stitched every day. It's just not been a great magnitude of stitching. But I will show you this. This is a piece that I had it in the last video. I had it. I didn't have it in the last video, but it was started. I just didn't have it close to me to be able to show. But it's Out of Gifts of the Season by Blackbird. And it is actually the back cover piece. This is the original. I don't think that there is a picture anywhere yet of the stitched reproduction of this, but this is Jane Fawn's. This is a piece, when this book come out, I guess we were on a Zoom and we were discussing the book, and everybody was like, oh, we're gonna do this, and I was like, no, we should do the back. And on that Zoom was several people, but Kim, Contented Needle Worker Kim, and Krista the Wildflower Stitcher were on there. And Kim was adamant that she would not be stitching this big giant piece. And then a while back, Krista and I got a text from Kim that said, guess what? I will be stitching that. We were super excited. So I have started this. These are the flosses. There's one more. I had to buy it while I was away for the weekend because I was missing one, but no, that's not very pretty, but the colors are gorgeous. I am stitching this on, let me not tell you a story. I'm going to read it. This is on Hog Bristle by Fox and Rabbit. So there's another group that also started stitching this recently. Christy Crosshatch Quilt, Carol Saltbox, their group, they are stitching it, and Christy so graciously sent me their assignments because they're doing it as assignments. Kim and Krista and I are just stitching away, but I was like, well, let me just see the assignments because maybe I can keep up with that. Well, I haven't caught up yet, but it's given me kind of a goal for every month. So this is where I am so far. The first section was up here and then down, so I just came down. And thank you to all y'all. I did show this in video before last, and I showed the back of it. And I talked about it a lot. This is the back. Just kept showing the back. Back. When I went back and watched the video, I was like, why does that look so funny? Like the stitching looks weird, because it was the back. But I do like how the colors show up on here. I did switch the outline of the bird. It was in a lighter color, kind of faded, and I made it pink, and I think I like it. But so far, this has been super fun to stitch. So this, I am hoping to get some more work on. Kim and Krista are both way far ahead of me. But again, it's okay. I don't care. It's just nice to be stitching something with friends, and it just makes me super, super happy. Super, super, super happy. All right. Now I want to talk to you about plans for this month. So just a little bit of life update before I talk about this piece. I've talked about it before. My daughter is in the Air Force Reserve. She is currently on deployment, and she's been on deployment before, and this should be a short deployment. We don't really know exactly. But she's been on deployment before. It's not like this is the first time this has happened, but this one just really got hold of me for some reason. She's somewhere very safe. She's not, in a terrible place. She's been sending us pictures. She's having the time of her life. She is really enjoying herself. But I'm a mom, and my mama heart hurts when I can't touch my children every day. So my poor son is getting smothered to death. He is probably like ready for his sister to come home already. She's only been gone a few days, but you worry about your kids. At night before my son gets home, I'm laying in the bed waiting on the phone notification that he's pulling in the driveway, and then I can rest a little bit. You know how we are with our children. So when I was away at the retreat over the weekend, a few of the girls, bless their hearts, they listened to me whine and cry and carry on about my youngin' being in another country, but they were great. They were very supportive. And through that, I was talking to Krista, and, we were discussing, and she said, you should stitch something for her, while she's away. You should have a piece to stitch while she's away. And I was like, oh, I have Dear Daughter. And she said, I do too. I'll stitch it with you. And we're like, okay. So then that morphed into stitching this piece, Dear Daughter, as a one thread a day project. So the idea now is that every day of my daughter's deployment, me and a large group of my friends, I love them dearly for their support in this, but some of them are doing a different chart. Some of them, it's not about the chart, it's more about the thought process is what this SAL is. So I am stitching mine, and my friends are stitching whatever they're stitching. And when we're putting that one thread a day in, we're saying a little prayer for my daughter. We're saying a little prayer for our military. There are no words that I can give you that can make you understand the sacrifices that our military makes so that we can just live the life that we have. I am very grateful for our military. I try to not get on these videos and make a big soapbox kind of thing, but I'm just going to say, I think we should very much support our military. So if you would like to join me in that, if you will pick any stitch, whether it be this one, some of my friends, they can't really start another piece because they have so many whips going on. So their first thread of the day is their thread of prayer for our military. We are using the hashtag either REDSAL or hashtag Remember Everyone Deployed SAL. So where I work every Friday is Red Shirt Friday. We wear red shirts to remember everyone deployed. We have a lot of military where I work, or retired military, and it's great as a military mom because there's always somebody I can go ask when she starts speaking military language what it is she's talking about. But again, my friends I have a lot of friends that have joined in this, and then of course they're also praying for their loved ones as this. So this is a really great SAL just to have a little bit of quiet time during the day, say a little prayer, and when you're done, you're going to have a nice, lovely piece as a remembrance of that time. So, all that babbling, you probably want to see where I am. These are the colors for my piece for Dear Daughter. Gorgeous, gorgeous blackbird colors. And some of the ladies are doing the Blackbird Academy, and they're using their Blackbird Academy at that time. This is on a piece of 36 count bramble. I also got this from Jim. Excuse me. And so it's nice. It's an idea from a friend. It's linen from a friend. All in this chart for my daughter. So I've sent that out to my friends groups, to my stitching groups, to everybody, and now I'm throwing it out there to you. So I would love if you did that and use the hashtags or tag me, or I would love to know if you have military in your family, so I can add them to the prayer every day. But I think we are very, very fortunate to live in the country that we live in, and I'm very proud to live here, and that's all I'll say about that. But I will say, while we were at the retreat, one of the girls, Brooke, she was giving out stickers. She had this little bucket of stickers. I think it was Brooke. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, we had a basket, and we were pulling stickers out, and I found this one, and I thought it was very fitting because I had my youngin' on my mind, and this is the sticker that I picked. So I'm going to have this in my little bag for my stitch so I can remember that every day. Okay, so what else? Let's talk about Almost Done August. So in my last video, I talked about how Sampler September is coming up. I had a thought, a lot of people are doing 2 months, August and September, together as Sampler September, because 1 month is not nearly enough, which a lot of us stitch samplers all year long, and it's fine, but it is just fun to participate in Sampler September because you feel like maybe a few more people join that thought process with you. But I had a thought that I really have a lot of things that I could just really either get close to a finish or knock out before September comes along, so I didn't feel guilty about starting a big sampler, because I do have a big sampler that I'm going to show you that I want to start. So the thought for Almost Done August is, I have a calendar. I filled it out. So I picked 8 pieces that are close to a finish. So some of these will easily be finished in the time frame. Some of them won't get finished, but they will get them way closer to the end. And it's all about how much of that chart is left. So it could be I just have a little bit stitched on a smaller piece, but I can get that done, or I have, a small portion of a larger chart that needs some attention. So those are the pieces that I picked. I picked 8 pieces. I'm giving them 4 days a piece. And my day of stitching is, I would say, at the most in a day's time, I probably get 2.5 hours of stitching in a day. So I don't get a ton of time, but if you give 2.5 hours for 4 days, I mean, that's 10 hours of stitching on a piece. So you can get quite a bit done. So that is my thought for this. A group of my friends, it has morphed into Almost Accomplished August, and we're also referring to it as AAA. So everybody's getting their list together. We're sharing our pieces, and I thought it would be fun. I talked about it in the last group, but I have my pieces here that I'm going to work on, and I wanted to share them with you just to maybe give you a little more insight into what I'm planning on doing, and maybe remind you, maybe you have these charts and you're close to a finish and you didn't think about these. So the first one I'm going to work on is my Patriotic Pairs by Annie Bees. And a couple of these you've seen in the last video, so I'm not going to spend a crazy amount of time on them. But so on this one, I had already done the red pair. Sorry, there's a dog hair on it. My whole life is covered in dog hair. And then this one I showed you last time. This is the blue pair. So this won't take long. And I have, like I said, 4 days dedicated. And then this is the color that I'm going to use for my white pair. So this should easily be done in the 4 days. And then any extra time I have in that 4 days, I will either move to something else that's on this list or just stitch whatever I want. You know, it's just a guideline. It's not set in stone. There's no secret police in your room, like looking to see if you're stitching what you said you were going to stitch. It's nothing like that. It's just a fun little project that will hopefully get me closer to some finishes by the time August is over. The next piece, this is just silly that this isn't done. Cardinal kin. I am stitching this on a 36 count, maybe 36 count. It's a picture of this plus, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember what the name is right off. I have changed all my cardinals to red because I just think that's pretty. I am not going to do the snowflakes. I am going to use buttons in place of the snowflakes. And this is where I am. And again, there are a lot of leaves left, but I feel like in 4 days' time, if I don't get finished, I should surely to goodness get really, really, really close. I love it. Okay. And then after that, I am going to spend 4 days. There's one day that's overlap. Let me see what's overlap. There is a day overlap with Cardinal Kin and this one, White Winter Moth by Kathy Barrett. I've been working on this for a ridiculous amount of time. Ridiculous. There's absolutely no reason that this should not be done. It's just been sitting over there in my bin. And I think a little bit of this one not being done is the fact that I started it 2/2. But I've been doing some 2/2 stitching lately, so this is where I am. So once I get these motifs in the wing over here, that's all just fill-in stitching. So even if I don't get this finished, which this is a lot to finish in 4 days, I don't think that will happen. But if I get all these motifs filled in, then that fill-in could just be, that white fill-in could just be like zoom stitching. So we'll see, but it's so pretty. And I think also when I first started this, I thought that all this dark green was actually a black by the picture. And it kind of threw me off a little bit that it was green, but I really like how it reads. This should be on my wall somewhere. And we got some command strip hanging things yesterday. There will be some stuff going up on my wall in here. I already told my husband he didn't have a conniption. He was like, you don't have any room in there. Look at all this wall space. I've got wall space everywhere. And then the next piece for Almost Done August is Toile Flag. And I showed this one in the last video too, I think. So I haven't worked on it anymore, but just in case you didn't see the last video. So I should get pretty close to a finish on this one. I have, let's see. Yeah, so I have like a row and a half of the flowers, because this top row is completely done. A row and a half of the flowers and just the rest of the wording on this one. So I can't wait to get that one done. I have a lot of my patriotic stuff at work, so I don't know if I'm going to take that one to work or if I'm going to add it over here under this Salute to Abigail. I'm not sure. Okay, so then now we're getting into the section of the month where I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% positive these won't be finished in 4 days. However, it will get them close enough that I can maybe like sneak them in some places and get them finished soon because I love them so much. So again, Martha's Bird, and I showed that one in the last video also. No more progress, but this is where she is. Gorgeous. Love that bird. Oh, wait, what do I have here? Oh, these are the colors for Martha's bird. Look at those colors. So pretty. And then the next piece I have is Redbird Sampler. This one again is a 2/2 stitch. If it would have been a 1/2, it probably would already be finished, but it's okay. I love the colors. I really love this teal and red combination. For years, I wanted to make a teal and red quilt, and it just hasn't happened yet, but one day it will happen. So this I'm stitching on a Lugana. This was started before I started stitching on linen, but I love it. It's very wrinkly. I'm sorry. Which I will say, stitching something with 2 threads does give it so much more vibrancy. But a friend of mine, Lillian, she had gotten hers out not long ago and was talking about it, and I was like, I have a fair amount done on that. Like, I should get mine back out. So I did. And that's why friends, well, there's so many reasons why friends are so important, but friends are just so inspiring and supportive, especially in the cross stitch community. And they really just keep you motivated. They really do. Floral Motif Sampler. I did work on this one a little bit, a tiny bit while I was at the retreat, and a couple days before and a couple days after, just, on lunch hours and whatnot. I had wanted to get this flower finished. I did not, but it's okay. And I will say, I took this one to the retreat and I put it up on the wall. This little flower right here has been haunting me. And I do think I've decided that I'm going to pull it out. I had a sweet friend, Kim, I love you. She offered to actually frog it for me while we were there. Now, that is a true friend that will offer to frog something for you. But I was like, I'm going to think about it, but I think I am going to take it out. But, so this is where it is. Since you saw it last, I think I finished this flower here. I did this little flower, and then this is the flower that I started down here. So right in that area. But it's close. This flower basically takes up the bulk of this area right here. And what I had wanted to do was have that section done, and then it would just leave this section for my 4 days. But she is nearing the end, and she has a place on the living room wall waiting for her. And that's a big deal to get on our living room wall. That's like big time standing. And then the last piece that I'm going to work on for Almost Done August is Ohio Star Quilt. Now, this will definitely not be done. There's no way I could get this done in 4 days. But my thought process is I would like to get some of these, like the words and some of these little sections inside done, so that these big fill-in sections can be done on Zoom calls and in front of the TV and stuff. So I have a good bit done, but let me tell you, this is a lot of stitching. But like this area, of course, is solid stitching. There's a section down here that's solid. This is solid. This is solid. So once I get to just the solid, it will still take a long time, but just having the little fiddly stuff out will make all the difference in the world. This puppy is so asleep right now. She is just having the best time. Okay, so that is my plans for Almost Done August. So if you are participating, I would love to know down below that you are. If you tag me in your posts at I Am a Stitch Nerd, I would love to follow your progress through on this. I am very excited about this. I think this may be a thing, just depending on how it works out. It may be a thing that I do every August. I don't know, because I'm really feeling motivated and excited about this. I know maybe last year or year before, towards the end of the year, I had a friend that said, you should just pull out a piece that you're almost done with and just have a finish, right there at the end of the year. And I did that, and I really felt good about it. So I went into January like really excited about my stitching. So I thought August would be a good time to do that, and then I come into September like ready and raring to go for sampler September. All right, now, wow, I'm just whipping through this morning. I must be talking fast, or I didn't stitch very much. But now I'm going to talk about haul, and then I'm going to do the giveaways. All right, haul. So first, let's start with, I got my piece from, this one is that right? Which club is this from? Hold on, I hadn't even opened it yet. Excuse the noise. I'm in 2 clubs, and I don't want to tell you the wrong club for this. Oh, it says the Silver Needle, duh, on the back of it. This is my club piece for that circle of friends. I'm very excited about this one because look, Plum Street Samplers. Butterflower Sampler by Plum Street. Oh, I love this so much. Oh, very, very nice. Oh, look at this. Oh, they actually gave us 2 pieces of linen. Oh, this is exciting. Oh, there's good stuff in here. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this little thread drop. Oh my goodness, I love that. Oh, I don't know why I didn't open this until like just now. So on the back, they have this stitched in 2 different, they separated it. So this is 1 on the front, and then they separated it into 2 on the back. And we have, look, the light. Oh, I love this. And the dark. You see that? Oh, it makes me want to start right now. As if I got nothing else to do. Very nice. Very, very nice. Look at the bird on the back. Look. Oh, I love this. Love, love. And of course, they always put the little jelly beans, and that makes my husband happy. Because I've said it before, I always give him the jelly beans. He likes that. But this is really cool. Very, very cool. I've got where I use stuff like this quite often now because it was really getting to be expensive because I have so much stuff kitted up, just buying up all the floss drops and stuff. Look. Ooh, I love it. Love it. Okay. So that's exciting. That's exciting. While I was at the retreat, I did get this chart off the free table. We had a giveaway table and a brag table. The brag table was amazing. Amazing. I've always admired this chart. I just had never bought it. But here it is. So, and it's not giant. 82 by 85. Scattered seeds. I have several scattered seeds charts. I need to pull those out. I got some trim to maybe, put on some finishing. Wanda and Merritt were at the retreat. They are amazing finishers, just amazing. They sit there and they are just like, they really get stuff done at retreat. I don't even know how they get this done. Just the stuff they finished, the bags they bring that they made, the 2 of them are so inspiring. They get together once a week and they Zoom and they sew together and they make amazing stuff. And when they were together, they made amazing stuff, and they made me want to come home and just finish things. But all that to say, I got some trim for some finishing. So while we were there, they had a huge section of buttermilk basin. So I bought this little kit. They had a sample finished, and it was gorgeous. If you watch Celeste Creates, her last video, she bought a kit like this that is strawberries. She just whooped it out while we were there for the weekend. Just whoop, whoop, whoop. Like, I looked over, she was pulling it out. I looked over again, it was done. She's amazing. Amazing. So this one I didn't buy the kit, but I had to get the pattern because look, can you see it? It's a little wiener dog. That's what my daughter's dog is. She's right there. Oh my goodness, she's just curled up so sweet, sleeping. Adorable. And then I will say the only saving grace for me, oh, I got some more haul I need to pull out over there in a minute. But the only saving grace for me on this trip was that I flew to get there. It was in Texas, so I didn't really have space to bring a lot of haul back. Now I bought some stuff. My suitcase was full. There was no room in that suitcase when we were back. But we went to Hoops and Needles, which I obviously had never been there before. They had the model of this one stitched. And I looked at it and I was looking at it and I was like, it's so pretty. And I was like, I should get that. And I was like, no, you don't need that. And then Jem came up and she said, I have that. We should stitch that. And I said, oh, okay, done. So snatched it right up. That tomato is just too much. Love, love. And then I was just over there minding my business, looking through charts and whatnot. And this one was there. And when I tell you, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is perfection. Perfection. It is the Checkerboard House sampler. Shakespeare's Peddler. It says on it, Lord, if I live, let me be thine. Also, if I die, come life, come death, let heaven be and mine. Amen. So pretty. So Jem told me she has this one, and she said she will stitch it with me in September. So this I am planning to do as my sampler, or planning to start as my sampler September piece. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And on the back they have the original. The bird is pretty in it. The packaging is really good on this, just really pretty. So very excited about that. And then I forgot to look in my little pile, so hold on, I'm gonna do that. Okay, I just had a couple pieces of linen that I got through some clubs that I want to show you. This one is so pretty. This is my Bestitch Me Club Weathered Relic. Look at that. It's showing so light, but it is, I don't know, maybe it's because of the, it's much darker than what it's showing. Look at that. Oh, so pretty, so pretty. I don't even know what I'm going to stitch on this, but I'm going to have to pull something out. Weathered Relic. If you go on Bestitch Me site, they have a great selection, and like, you know, especially right now, if you're thinking about a special Christmas piece or even a fall piece that you want a special piece of linen, I mean, you can go in and order something. You don't have to wait on it to be in a store. It might take a while to get to you, but the last time I had a special piece that I wanted for something, I needed this specific color. I was just in love with it and I had to have it. And I ordered it, and before I knew it, it was here. It was really good. I also got the next piece of my Swan Bay. It's so pretty. It's just so pretty. It comes just so packaged, so pretty. This one is a little bit browner than what it's showing. It's a very me color. I really, really like it. That would be pretty for Ooh, that would be pretty for this. I may have to leave that out. But it was nice. It came with a little card. This is Box Hill. Yeah, Box Hill is the name of it. And they have this cute little free chart on the back of this card. Very cute, very cute. I'm going to leave that right there because that might be a thing. Okay, so I think that's all I have to show you today. Oh no, I have to do the giveaway. What am I thinking? Hold on. So in the last video, I don't know what's wrong with me. In the last video, this is the chart that I put out for giveaway. Red Bull and Odd Bird. And I have to tell you, like, I'm really intrigued by this. The more I look at it, the more I think I'm going to buy it and stitch it too. Oh, I just want to stop right here because if I don't say this right now, I will forget. A month or more than a month probably at this point, when I went to Sassy Jack's to meet Kim, I just want to say Wanda was there. We got to meet Wanda. She comments on my videos. She is a lovely lady. Wanda, I am so sorry I have not mentioned that, but I just want you to know it was so much fun to meet you, and I hope that our paths cross again at Sassy Jack's. I've been wanting to mention that like in every video, and every time I get done filming, I was like, I didn't even say hey to my new friend Wanda. So hello Wanda, it was lovely to meet you. I also have a new friend. Her name is Leslie. She has family that lives close to me, so she came in for a visit and we were able to meet up and go for a lovely dinner and fellowship, and she's my people. So I just want to say again, I say it all the time, if you are thinking of starting a floss tube, do it. You will meet the best people ever. I was even talking about it over the weekend. A few years ago, I'm not going to say that I was like unhappy. I wasn't unhappy. I mean, I love my life. I love my family. I love my kids. I love my church. I love everything about my life. But I just didn't have a lot of stitchy friends. And since starting this video, I have a slew of friends that I've met through this. If you have a chance to go to a retreat, take that opportunity. If you want to, if that's your thing, go. You will meet some wonderful, wonderful people. Again, the stitching community, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. And I only just remember that because Leslie said that she bought this chart. So I just need to throw that out there. I'm very scatterbrained in my life as of late. My organizational skills are getting worse instead of better, and my brain fog is a thing. It's better. It's not going away completely, but it's a thing. So if I ever forget to mention somebody or I say something wrong, just overlook it. It's fine. It's fine. But this is the chart that I'm giving away today. The winner of this chart is Patricia DeWitt 3904. This is her comment. Patricia, if you will email me at iamastitchnerd@gmail.com and give me your address, I will get this chart out to you. And if you start stitching on it right away, and you're on Instagram, tag me. I'd love to see your progress. I will tell you, this is, kind of big. It's 263 by 167. There's a few colors, because, Plum Street, Paulette loves her colors. But Patricia, I hope that you enjoy this chart. I'm really excited. So I have another giveaway today. So funny story. As I was at the retreat and we were talking about starting the Blackbird piece, I said with confidence, I have Dear Daughter. So, I don't know, that might have been like Friday, maybe at the retreat, I can't remember. But anyway, as the retreat was finishing up, the more I thought about it, the more I was questioning, do I have that chart? I looked at my little app where I tried to be organized. It wasn't in my app. you know, where I listed charts, which a lot of my charts are. I tried it and I'm failing miserably at it. But anyway, I was like, I don't think I have it. And then the next moment I was like, no, I think I do have it. Well, what did I do? I ordered it just in case, because I needed to start this on the day of her deployment. So I ordered it, started it. This morning I came in and I was like, oh, you know, I wonder if I do have that chart. Let me just look. I do. I really do have 2 copies, and I'll show you so you don't think I'm just copying stuff. Look, 2 of them, 2. So this is my copy, but I'm going to give away this copy as my giveaway, and I think that's very fitting. So what I want you to do is, I mean, I always would love for you to like and subscribe. I don't look at that to see if you won something. So if I'm not your thing, but you want to try to win this chart, just use the word in there. It's fine. You will have to come back and watch the next video to see if you won. But if you will just use the comment daughter in your comment, the word daughter in your comment, I would love to share this chart with someone. So I will announce the winner in my next video, which I hope, let me just look and make sure that I got nothing going on. The 15th would normally be my next day for a video. I have a sewing day planned with a friend that day, but I may try to do a video before I go, or I might do one on that Sunday afternoon. But in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I should have another video up. I will have, you know, some progress on my Almost Done August. So again, I would love for you to tag me if you're doing that. If you're doing the Remember Everyone Deployed Sal, I would love to know that you're participating. And I would love for you to join me in praying for our troops, even deployed or not. It's just, I think that should be a part of our daily prayer life. And I'm just excited to catch up. Maybe I will see one of y'all out there in real life somewhere, and we can meet and we'll have each other as a new friend. So again, go watch Prairie Stitcher 515 or the Wildflower Stitcher if you want to see the floss tube from the retreat. I want to say hey to all my retreat friends. I miss you already. I wish that we could do that every weekend. I really do, because you're a great group of ladies. And I hope until I see you again, you get lots of stitching done. Bye, guys.